Nutcracker and the something something something. So the Nutcracker something or other is a new Nutcracker movie. It stars Mackenzie Foy. Her mom just died, left her a riddle, which is pretty much a big metal egg with no key. So she follows this string that takes her to the magical land of not Narnia, I guess. And so she stumbles through this uninspired schlock, and we just kind of nod and go along with it until the credits end, and we go, okay, I hope the kids had fun. I don't have kids, nor did I watch this for kids, so 100% of everyone I was with did not have fun. 100% being me. What I did like about the movie, it's Mackenzie Foy, I think is a nice, bright future ahead of her. She was the little kid in Twilight, sure, but she's also Murph from Interstellar. Thought she was good as Murph. She's good in here. Helen Mirren's like, why am I here? I don't know. It's all right, Helen. We don't know either. I just don't know who this movie's trying to speak to, honestly. It's really goofy in parts, so I'm like, all right, it's obviously meant for kids. In a couple parts, I'm like, that's a bit too creepy for kids. So is it trying to be kiddie or is it trying to be creepy? I don't know. I guess movies are trying to weed them out. They're trying to find the kids who are messed up enough to not be creeped out by some of this stuff. And they shall take us into the future. I feel like some of the cast just got swallowed up by the scope of this cartoon. Like the dude who plays the Nutcracker was in Ready Player One and this, and that's it. Which is fine. Someone can be in only two things and still be great. And I'm sure he's really nice in real life, which is what critics and reviewers say before they start ripping into somebody. I'm not gonna rip into the dude. I'm just saying he doesn't stand out. He gets swallowed up in this whole thing. I forgot he was even supposed to be the Nutcracker until like the end of this movie. And even just now, right before I was gonna film this, I was like, oh, that's right. That dude's the Nutcracker. That dude's the title character in this movie. And he's barely memorable. Benefit of the doubt, I feel like that's on the directors, writers, the game makers, not him. And this movie's Nutcracker because, well, there is a Nutcracker character, but what else is Nutcracker? And it has some of the music, some of the time to remind you that, hey, this is supposed to be in the Nutcracker world. There's nothing particularly Nutcracker-ish about this story. Not from what I remember anyway. This take is so far removed, it might as well not be called the Nutcracker. Because it comes across as a second-rate Narnia movie. I know the Nutcracker predates Narnia, just how it comes across. Keira Knightley's so cartoony in this movie. I mean, seriously.
Sometimes she's the sugar plum fairy.
Then there's these soldiers and she's like, oh, men in uniform. She doesn't do that second part. It was still really awkward and weird. She's just making comments. And there's a scene where these tin soldiers are being brought to life. They're gonna fight and someone's like, that won't work. Tin soldiers are hollow. I was like, well, birds of a feather. They're in here. If hollow things don't work, how did this movie get greenlit? Because this movie just does. It comes across as boring, hollow, and lifeless. It's like Disney's like, we have a monopoly in all of our Disney properties, Marvel, Star Wars, what else can we get? Christmas. It's like they're like, well, kids like those Alice in Wonderland movies, we'll make another one of those, kind of. Which is funny because I would rather watch those Alice in Wonderland movies than this. In any case, if you're gonna take the kids to see a movie, don't take them to see this. And if you do take them to see this, they might be entertained for some of it. They might have nightmares because of other parts. But for my dollar, there's not a thing I liked about this movie, and this movie, in fact, is dog shit. All right, so Nutcracker, something about the Four Realms. Have you seen it? What did you think about it? Or what's the worst kids movie you've seen lately? Whatever it is, whatever you think, comment below, let me know. And as always, if you like what you've seen here and you want to see more, click right here to see more.